anything beyond this. I have no idea. So this is all blind here on in. That motorcycle part, where you have to, like, jump from car to car to car, that's the part I was talking about that I was stuck on. So, all this from here on out, I have no idea what the fuck happens.
Alright.
But now, hopefully, we get to settle down, kick back a few martinis, listen to some Hotel California, and just fucking relax, because that was pretty brutal.
This looks like a simple cipher. For God and liberty. Means their damn motto. All the
God, that was insanely hard. That was on light, by the way. That is the difficulty right above, like, the Explorer difficulty, where it's like, it's not hard at all, and you just want the story. And there's no challenge.
What are you? Libertalia. Seems Avery founded the legendary pirate colony.
So, like, literally, I was on the difficulty up from, like, the baby difficulty, and it was that fucking hard. Like, I nearly died in that segment, like, 3 or 4 times. I even had to restart a couple times to avoid death, so...
They shared everything. Property, resources... Money? And they kept it all in one common treasury building.
Like, I don't like playing these games on hard, because they're just kind of janky and stupid, so... The combat is not what I appreciate about these games. But the thematic story elements, the beautiful, like...
That island, just northeast of Kings Bay.
What's the word for it? Like, just the way everything is, it's really beautiful. Like, all the scenescapes and stuff like that. And the puzzles, that's what I play these games for, and the action segments, but... The gameplay itself is not super strong, in my opinion.
How's the Malaysia job going, Nate?
Oh, fucking boy, dude.
Seems like you're a hair off course.
Yeah. Want to play some Crash Bandicoot?
It's not what it looks like.
Do the dishes, maybe? Huh?
Because what it looks like is that you're searching for Henry Avery's buried treasure.
Yeah. Malaysia.
Shoreline soldiers that are all over town.
Mm-hmm.
I bet you're not the only ones looking for it.
No, we're not.
All right, well, I guess it's kind of what it looks like.
You lied to me, Nate.
But
he's like, I know, but stuff is hard.
Look, it's gonna sound crazy.
Try me.
Yeah, call me, maybe.
For starters,
Natey.
This is Sam. Sam Drake. My brother. Hi.
Yeah, he's like, okay.
I'm sorry. I thought he had died in a Panamanian jail.
Did Sully rat me out, dude?
Very wrong. He's been stuck in there for 15 years.
Yeah, come on, dude. My brother just came back into my life, and you're gonna get all emotional because I told a little white fib and I put my life in danger? Are you serious? Come on, man. That ain't fair.
We found it. It's on an island just off the coast.
Okay, just stop. Was there ever a Malaysia job?
There was kind of little, yeah. Come on, Nate, dude. You're good at everything else. You're good at surviving gunfights. Why can't you come up with a convincing lie? Come on, man.
You know what? Enough.
No, I wanted to, but how could I?
I don't know. Just say it.
I had to protect you.
That is bullshit, Nate.
Yeah, that is kind of
You have the
bullshit.
nerve to face me again.
I knew you would react like this.
Of course he would, dude. You're putting your life in danger. She's concerned for you, idiot.
You lied to me.
You gave up your life of treasure hunting to live a life with her.
If you were killed, I wouldn't have even known about it.
Well, I wouldn't have come home, huh? Yeah.
A brother.
Think you would have known about it then. Newspapers would have, you know, would have caught word of my death from somebody, somewhere.
Me. Come on, it's me.
Nathan Drake. She's like, you're not convincing me.
I have to save him. I don't even care about the treasure.
The look on your face when you walked into this room. If you're done lying to me, then you should stop lying to yourself.
Well, finding ancient treasure is pretty exhilarating, don't you think? It's kind of a journey, you know, putting all the clues together.
You do what you have to do.
Aw. Seeing Elena sad like that is actually, like, kind of hard. Maybe she's gonna go and kick back with some martinis and listen to some Hotel California, and we're just gonna stay in here and feel shitty about ourselves. Maybe she'll have a good time.
What are you doing? Go after her.
We're not done here.
Well, maybe we should be.
What are you saying?
I'm saying maybe there's a smarter way to save Sam.
Such as?
Such as we give him a new identity. We
Uh-huh.
put him in hiding somewhere.
He's been in prison for 15 years. He's not going into hiding.
Okay, fine. You go after your wife. Sam and I will head off for Libertalia.
Without me?
I mean, okay, Nathan Drake, like, finds all these treasures and, like, all this historical artifacts and gets in all these gunfights, and Elena's worried that he's gonna die or something. That's kind of selfish. Allow him to chase his ambitions a little bit, you know?
Go keep an eye on her.
And Nathan Drake literally doesn't have any concern about the treasure. His main priority is saving the life of his long-lost brother that he thought was dead. And, like, the treasure is secondary. But I gotta believe that, to a point, it's pretty exhilarating hunting for, like, ancient treasure and, like, solving ancient traps and doing all this cool puzzly shit, you know? Elena's kind of being a bit of an asshole, but I can understand why she's upset. Oh, wow, that's good attention to detail. I like how they have one of those current, like, cable boxes for that generation, like the Comcast silver ones. That's pretty cool. It's pretty nice detail, I like that. Good shit, Uncharted. It's pretty neato. Naughty Dog's very good at that. Alright, what are we doing now? Where are we? Where are we going? No more gunfights, please. And if you are gonna give me gunfights, no more of that stupid car jump bullshit, because I hate that crap. It's supposed to be very epic, but it doesn't really feel that epic, and it just feels like very, very awkward.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the part on the boat in the beginning, huh? In the intro. Yeah, this must be. Alright. More life-threatening danger, probably.
About that, huh?
I highly doubt it's gonna stay this peaceful. Like, this isn't The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker, and even in that game you had, like, giant tentacle monsters rising from the depths of the ocean, you had, like, people shooting cannonballs at you and a whole bunch of horse shit. You had whirlwinds that, like, sucked you up into the frickin' atmosphere, and you had to frickin' fly across the ocean. Like, this is gonna be some bullshit, for sure.
Sic Parvis Magna.
Sic Parvis Magna.
Yeah.
You wouldn't drunk drive a car. You wouldn't drunk drive a submarine.
Listen, little brother.
So why would they drunk drive a boat? What seems smart about that?
You
Nothing.
bring back a treasure like that, anyone would.
Stupid idiots.
I don't know.
They bring this upon themselves, don't they?
Maybe I've done this one too many times.
How's Nathan not broken his fancy sports watch yet? Prick. What's up, Winter? How's it going? We got past the part that I was stuck on. So, this is completely blind from here on in. I know nothing. I have no idea what's going on. I have no clue. So, this is all blind as fuck.
Bigger.
So, like, the game is pretty much completely blind again. And, the part that I remember being really hard was still really fucking hard, and the only reason I couldn't beat it before was because I was playing on normal, and now I'm playing on light. What equipment do I use for streaming? Thanks to my buddy Ugert, I have a snowball microphone, a Blue Yeti snowball microphone, and I have a Elgato HD60S capture card, and I just have my PC, and I don't really know what the specs are, but I could look into it for you if you like. The computer's less of a degree, like, because I do everything through my PS4, through the capture card, so basically I don't really have to stream anything from my PC directly, unless I boot up, like, a very old school game and I want to emulate something. So, the only time my PC components ever come into play is when I basically emulate, like, old school games. And once again, Twitch, I do not condone emulation unless you own the product and you have it purchased, so... There you go. There's my disclaimer that I do not promote emulation, but totally do it. It's super free. Like, you know, might as well, right? So that's pretty much everything I use for streaming. It's not really complex. If you want any help figuring anything out, I'm sort of technical. I could probably help you out with it. Let's read this, shall we? January 17th, 1808. 1 year ago, I stood in a squalid prison cell in Panama, clutching a mysterious wooden cross. Today, I stand on the shores of a deserted archipelago in the middle of the Indian Ocean, one step closer to fulfilling the destiny Grandfather Burns was unjustly denied. Captain Darby and his crew were starting to have their doubts about me. The loss of our quartermaster to the lethal traps in Scotland did not inspire confidence, nor did the weeks we spent scouring the mountains of Kings Bay. But thanks to Dover's sure navigation, we have found our way to this mysterious place, and their mood has improved considerably. Though 2 of the men have fallen ill with ship fever and have been isolated, the others are making camp and preparing to explore the islands. With the moment to breathe, my thoughts turn to Claire. Gazing upon the beauty of these forgotten isles, I feel a tinge of regret that she is not here to share this vision with me, that I encouraged her to remain behind. But we shall be reunited soon, and I am certain she will be happy to have experienced the tale of this journey vicariously rather than firsthand. Tonight we rest. Should fortune and providence smile upon us, within the month we shall be sailing home with Avery's treasure, returning to whatever glory awaits us. What is the PC spec for streaming? I'm not entirely sure what it demands, really, but I'm pretty sure it's not that high. All I know is that regular OBS compared to Streamlabs OBS uses a lot less CPU and GPU. And I don't really know how the settings on OBS works. I only know how to, like, transition the scenes and stuff like that. Oh, yeah, that's a good sign, right? Maybe we should get the fuck off this island. That doesn't seem very promising. If you've ever seen Lucio Fulci's zombie films, yeah. Islands are not very good, especially when there's wooden crosses pegged in the sand like that. So back into the boat, I guess, because we just came over here for a little slip of paper. Don't punch the boat, Nathan. It's the only thing that's allowing your exploration of these deserted isles, idiot. The boat's the only good thing that's happened to us throughout this entire game. Everything else has been very nasty enemies shooting at us and, like, explosions and bad shit. And this boat is, like, here to be our friend and shit, and Nathan wants to go punch it. Prick. I mean, did we really need the boat to come over here? Like, how far away was that? We could have swam that. It's not that far.
Well, that definitely qualifies as man.
Sharks only live in salt water, so. Although it is an ocean, but I highly doubt, like, sharks would be that close to a shore. Seems kind of a... There's probably a treasure down there, but I don't really give a fuck about it, if I'm being honest. Do we have guns? No, we don't have guns. Or if we do have guns, we can't use them right now. It's probably a great idea to be bringing firearms with you, like, given their track record of getting shot at. And, causing explosions and, you know, bad stuff like that. Oh, boy. Traps? Warning?
Wonder what this guy did.
Maybe he wouldn't stop singing the seashells.
Yeah, more like tried to steal probably, you know, part of the treasure or something like that. Tried to make off with it. Bull sharks swim up close, do they? Ooh. I don't have a lot of knowledge about sharks. All I know is they don't swim, like, outside of seawater. Yeah, how's it going, chicken? What's up? You tried OBS once, Winter. Did you like it? Or was it really confusing for you? Because if it's confusing for you, hopefully I can, like, try and explain a few things. My buddy Justin, my buddy Ugert, is really, really, really good with technology, and I'm sure if I asked him, he'd be happy to help you out. Bull sharks can live in fresh water, too. Are you some sort of furry chicken? You have an extensive knowledge of bull sharks in particular. If I went to go check your Google search history right now, what do you think I would find?
It's a door of some kind.
Actually, I really don't want to Google search chickens' history of all people, honestly. I really don't. There's probably some super sketchy shit on there.
Not with his ego. Wherever Avery put the treasure is going to be the most elaborate place we've seen yet. And it would be well protected.
It's very little. Yeah, my technological knowledge is kind of along with yours, Winter. I'm very, very, not very experienced in, technological stuff. It's confusing, yeah. Streamlabs OBS is a little bit more confusing. Like, all the bells and whistles are probably a little overwhelming, but once you kind of learn how everything works, it's basically just copy and pasting a URL for alerts and stuff like that, for, like, you know, donations, hosts, and raids, and, all that kind of stuff. It's pretty much just copy-paste a URL. So that stuff is pretty easy. Scene transition is pretty simple. You just think of them as layers or something like that. So that's pretty easy. What else is there to OBS? That's honestly pretty much it. Like, all the settings, you basically just have to set the capture source to your card or whatever you're running through your stuff through, pretty much. And I think that's pretty much it. For the most part. Do I have to go outside the tower? I probably do, huh?
Sam, this way.
Oh, yeah. I'm sure your brother is more than eager to do dangerous shit like this. Oh, yeah, he's a trooper. He's totally in for it. You used very little OBS. Yeah, so did I, in the beginning. Oh God. Uncharted. Jesus. What does this button do?
This looks promising.
Certainly does, doesn't it? Do we have to, like, spin this or something? It looks like it spins.
What kind of symbol?
Like, it looks pretty ornate, and it's obviously a compass piece. I like how Nathan archives all these little drawings in his journals and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure he'd be happy to help you. He helped me out. Like, he helped sort me out, so.
Well, there's one thing
I'll hit you up with his Discord tag later, if I can.
down there. The same symbol.
He does work a lot, so getting at him when it's convenient for him is probably going to be a little bit difficult, but I'm sure he'd be happy to help you. I would myself if I knew what the fuck I was doing, like, to the degree that he does, but, like, he's a computer, like, technical analyst or something like that. Like, he does all sorts of computery stuff, so I'm sure he knows it a lot better than I do. Alright, can we just rappel down the entire tower? No, Nathan. Yeah, we can rappel down the tower. Okay, this won't kill us, will it? Uncharted? Alright, good shit. So now we have to go find out where that compass is in the sand, do we? Should be pretty simple. Although I can't remember where it is. Oh. Well, that was pretty obvious, wasn't it? Did they really have to go up that tower to find this thing? I mean, this thing is pretty ornate for just being out in the sand, you know? Ugert is a chill bro. It might be okay after Sunday. He's got stuff going on.
We
Yeah.
left the boat on the other side of the island.
Okay, so we have to go get in the boat and then come around the entire island and then go in the direction of this compass. So basically, we just gotta follow the island around on the shore. That's pretty easy. Yeah, Ugert's a little busy. I'm sure he'd be happy to help you, though. He's really, really nice. Not to mention, my old microphone was really fucking shit, and he got me this new one. Funny story behind my microphone, actually, is, he was originally going to give me his old one because he got a way better one, and it still would have been miles better than the one I was using. And he couldn't find it, and I was like, oh, dude, I appreciate the sentiment anyway, like, don't worry about it if you can't find it. And he's like, no, I promised you a microphone, so he literally just bought me a brand new microphone, so he's a fucking trooper. Like, I owe a lot to him. He's really, really, really nice. Could I really not maroon my brother on this island without a boat? There's no gameplay for Elden Ring? Yeah, I talked about this earlier. I went through it a little bit earlier. There was no gameplay trailer for Elden Ring or anything like that. That Naraka Blade game or whatever looks a little bit Souls-like, with, like, the grappling and stuff, but I don't know what to make of it, because I'm not sure if it'll be a Souls-like, or if it's, like, purely a PvP game, or whatever. And Ghost of Tsushima looks fucking amazing. It looks beautiful. It looks super gorgeous, and I think that will be, to a degree, pretty Souls-like.
Hey, look, another arrow over there.
Nothing else honestly really interested me. Everything else was a little bit underwhelming, and I really didn't give a fuck for much of anything else. Like, I wasn't into anything else they have to show. I was hoping for a few Nintendo announcements. What I really want is I want a Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remaster, and I want a Paper Mario 64 remake, and I want Pikmin 4 to be announced. Really, really bad. And there's a few other things I want, but they can wait. Most of all, that's what I want out of the Nintendo Switch for right now. Maybe we have to go over here? This island seems pretty, like, off, and there's, like, a mast, so I'm assuming there's something over here we have to find or do, or something like that.
Over there.
Sekiro got Game of the Year. Yeah, I'm a little bit, like...
Oh, it's left of one.
Sekiro getting Game of the Year, like, in a way they deserve it, in a way they don't, because my problems with Sekiro are kind of, honestly, more of a personal gripe, but the optimization of that game was not fantastic. The reused assets were a bit bullshit, and, it wasn't what I expected. It wasn't as good as I hoped it would be. And the combat got a little repetitive. And that's what I hated about it. I think, honestly, Resident Evil 2 Remake deserved Game of the Year. But, whatever. Congratulations to From Software and Hidetaka for getting Game of the Year.
Marco!
Like, in a way it's deserved, but in another way it's kind of undeserved. Like, I don't feel like they really... deserved it exactly, you know? Alright, obviously we're gonna have to swim through this. I'm just trying to see where I have to go before I dive and, like, expend all my oxygen. Oh, is this just for a treasure? Are you fucking serious? Alright, well that sucks. Alright, so maybe there's nothing we have to do over here, and this is just an island that you can explore, and it has nothing to do with the story? What do you mean remake didn't count? It's a brand new game, it's just remade. Like, original Resident Evil 2 was really good. And RE2 Remake, there's only one qualm about RE2 Remake that I had, and that's because they took out the giant spiders. And it really broke the immersion and the nostalgia for me, because I expected the giant spiders so bad, and they just never came. And that was my only issue with it. Other than that, I thought it was pretty good. It was a bit way too smooth, like, if that makes sense. It was really fucking smooth, and it was a bit weird. Follow the stone arrows? Yeah. I was doing that to begin with, but the arrow pointed me over here, so that's why I came over here, so I don't know what the fuck you want. So is this an arrow that I've already checked, or is this an arrow I haven't checked yet? Death Stranding clearly is not Game of the Year material? No, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure it's a good game, like, but it probably caters to a very specific niche of player. And, like, interest in a game has to be, like, unanimous. Like, it has to be very far spread and not, like, very directed toward a specific party of player or people.
Looks like that was pointing to that cave over there.
This cave? Is this a cave? Because I thought this was just part of the rock that was open.
Good sign.
Oh. Oh, never mind. This is something totally different. Okay.
Sorry, my bad.
So I'm assuming we have to go up here and then pull, like, an elaborate switch or something to open this giant fucking wooden door, huh? Instead of being normal people. Where do I rappel to? Or do I not rappel? Because right there's some handles on the wall, so I'm assuming I either have to swing off something on the ceiling, or I just have to, like, climb up there a different way. I was hoping Sam would show me where to go, but he's not really giving a fuck. I can't jump to the wall. There's nowhere to jump to right there. There's nothing to grapple onto, so what does it want?
Yeah, that could work.
Oh, do we gotta move a box? What could work? Oh, hey. Oh, I gotta reposition the boat. I see. I understand what they want. Yeah, but I'm very excited for Resident Evil 3 Remake. I'm gonna be buying Code Vein here soon, in a few days, so after Uncharted 4, look forward to some blind Code Vein, pretty much. I've seen a few of the bosses, but I don't know their moves, and I don't know how to navigate the areas for shit. So, Code Vein is pretty much next to blind. I know what some of the bosses look like, but I don't know what they attack like. And, when you know what a boss attacks like, and you know what the phases are like, it really drastically changes the way you approach each fight and the bosses and stuff like that, but I don't really know what the moves are, so it should be a fun time. And I've heard good things about Code Vein. I've heard it's a pretty damn good Souls-like, and that's from, like, people like Lethal, that I really trust the opinion of, because Lethal's, like, a huge FromSoft, like, fanatic. So I really trust his opinion on things. When he says something is good, I'll believe it. Watch it, Nathan! There's spiky rocks on the bottom of this thing. It's like Sekiro doesn't win, but they lose. Like, the thing about Sekiro that pissed me the fuck off, the combat got really repetitive, and the reused assets, those are my two main problems with it. Optimization is entirely secondary, because Bloodborne has some dropped inputs, Souls has some dropped inputs, and I still really, really, really liked those games.
So, does this
Validate my feelings on the refugee game? Not playing a game about net refugees fucking skipping town. What? This homie broke a controller. Yeah, I did break a controller, but honestly, on Sekiro, the only reason I got that frustrated was because, like, they introduced stealth, which was new for a FromSoft title. So because I was trying to treat it like a Souls game, I forgot about the stealth aspect of it. So basically, I was trying to fight a boss that had 2 health bars when he could have had 1. And instead of sneaking around and taking out all the dudes around him, because I figured the stealth would be much harder to pull off, I just didn't emphasize trying to approach it that way. So basically, I was fighting a really tough boss very early in the game before I was supposed to. Not only that, I wasn't stealthing any of his health bars away, like everybody else was doing, and I wasn't taking out any of the dudes around him with stealth. So I was basically making it like 2 to 3 times harder on myself. And people basically saw it out of context, and they're like, wow, this person is really fucking bad. And then when I got a grip on what I was doing, the only thing that fucked me in Sekiro was dropped inputs. Because that game eats inputs like a motherfucker. Like, really bad. But
glamorous life of
Like, a lot of the boss fights were not that hard. I got past stuff really quickly. Like, some stuff that people struggled on for weeks, I did, like, first or second try, third try. Lady Butterfly, I got in, like, 3 or 4 attempts or something like that. Like, Gyobu, I got in, like, 2 attempts or some shit. Papa Owl, I got in, like, what, 4 tries with Demon Bell on. I, like, first tried frickin' Corrupt Monk. Like, I raped that game. Like I said, when I know what I'm doing, like, if I can figure out what I'm doing, I'll be fucking god in this game. Like, of course, I'm still not as good as other people. Like, there's people that run hitless and run, you know, damageless and frickin' speedruns and shit like that. Like, I'm not that level of good, but... Like, as far as casual play goes, I'm pretty up there, even if I don't think I am. But, some people told me I do come on a little strong, and, like, people tend to think that I brag a lot, but that's never my intention. Like, I don't brag about shit. Like, when I say I'm bad at a game and I say I did this in 2 tries, like, I'm not trying to say that you're bad in comparison to me. Like, people shouldn't project their, like, successes or failures onto mine, you know? It's just an experience. It's basically just a difference in player experience. Like, at the end of the day, everybody's better than me at everything, because that's kind of my forte, is being shit at everything. That's why I self-deprecate so much. That's the theme of my channel. That's what I'm about. I'm here to, like... I'm here so people can watch somebody be a fucking idiot and laugh at their failures. That's what I'm here for. You know what I mean? Like, that's exactly what I'm here for. No, you didn't ruin your marriage. Sully's still fine. Sully's gonna be your bro no matter what.
You're already up here? Where were you?
Yeah, what's up?
Finding a way to get you up here.
I'm already here.
All right, just jump across then.
Yeah, it's alright. It's fine. I didn't need your hand, dude.
Thanks.
I appreciate it, though.
Everything all right?
Tried getting hosed and you got slapped twice yesterday.
Let's keep going.
Well, either you have to change your technique, or you just have to work your technique more.
Yeah.
Make sure you really convince them.
Couldn't find a way through though.
Is there something about these crosses, like buttons I'm supposed to press, or are they just, like, ornaments for ornaments? I think they're ornaments for ornaments, otherwise they wouldn't put a clear path here, right? Oh yeah, obviously. Oh yeah. Of course I'm going over here. All this dangerous shit. What's this? That's a grapple point. Okay, so if there's a grapple point, what do I need it for? And don't say to grapple, please. Because, like, I know. Okay, I see. I think I see, at least. And if I don't see, we'll figure out very shortly when I end up biffing it and losing my life to smacking my face into a wall. Nice. Alright.
Hang on a sec. Sam! No good, it's a dead end. Alright, we'll head on back then.
Are we sure it's a dead end? We kind of gave up on that a little bit quickly, didn't we, Nathan? Ah! That's pretty crafty. That's a really cool design right there. Like, the fact that they make you go toward a dead end to, like, get progression, that's pretty neat. I like that. It's pretty cool world design. Yeah, look at that. That's pretty poggers, dude. I like that a lot. That's really cool. That shit right there was, like, really cool world design. That was really neat. Having to use something in 2 different ways, I love that kind of stuff. The kind of forethinking that goes into that. Pretty neat. I went up to a girl in a wheelchair and I was like, you know what they say, once you go Gabe, you're gonna need a wheelchair, but you're fucking prepared? Damn. Holy shit. It's fucking full-on chickie right there, holy crap. Did you tell Casey about that one? Then the second one was after a couple beers, I said, I would suck your dad's dick just for a taste of what you're made of. God damn, chickie, holy shit. I need to step up my game if you're saying stuff like that. God damn. Fucking crazy. No, chickie wasn't on a wheelchair. The girl he was hitting on was in a wheelchair. Although, like, honestly, why did her friend slap you? Did the girl in the wheelchair tell her friend to slap you, or did her friend just slap you out of instinct? Because maybe she was into it, you never know, right? So if your friend's sitting there, like, doing all your romantic talk for you, right? Yeah, it was a nice jump. Thank you very much. I'm glad you have eyes, Sam.
Sam, in here.
Glad you had enough eyes to check out how good I am, compared to you, because you're a loser. I mean, what? Yeah, careful there, Nathan. Nope, you haven't told him. You should totally tell him. That's funny shit. That's insane. Yeah, I gotta really step up my game. Then again, I don't socialize. Usually girls come to me, and if I'm interested, I'll bite, but I usually just sit and wait. And like, I know that kind of sounds douchey, but I'm pretty good looking, so girls usually just come to me, so I don't usually have to do very much. No, she just slapped me, and I just stumbled out of the place, called Cyril's to a hooker bar. Were you like totally intoxicated? I'm going out and having some drinks with my dad tomorrow. We're gonna go to a bar. He wants to introduce me to his bartender, so we're gonna go out and have a little bit of fun tomorrow. Careful, Nathan Drake. That was horrifying. Okay, so there's a limb over there, but I don't know if I'm supposed to grapple down to that, or if I'm supposed to... Like, am I supposed to just slide down this and just, you know... What am I doing? What am I doing? Where am I going? Fuck off, Sam, asshole. Dick.
That worked out.
That certainly did, didn't it? Ooh. Some pretty stuff over here. It's Fucked Up Friday. Oh yeah, is that what you call it? Is that where you just, like, lose all sense of, like, rationality and, like, human decency and you just go, like, super ham mode? Like Chicky? Like, full-on Chicky mode? Is there treasure over here? I feel like there is. There's gotta be something over here that's worthwhile. No? Is this just for a beautiful screenshot? Really, Uncharted? Oh, there's more climbing to do. Okay. Treasure up here, then? No, this is right back to where I was, wasn't it? Oh, maybe not. I think I'm on a different plane than I was before. There's cave work up there, but I don't know how to get over there. There's no grapple point, so I'm assuming I can't get over there from here. Ah, there's a thing over there. Can I grapple? No, come on, there's clearly like a basin over there. I want to get over there, but it doesn't look like I can. Okay. So what the fuck was the point of this? Will I die if I drop down here? Okay. I didn't know how high that was. Why would they put so many things to check out and then you can't get to them? That doesn't make any sense to me. That seems really fucking dumb. Okay. Just Uncharted being Uncharted, I guess. That was kinda retarded. Like, they put so many things to check out. Like, they had the caves and they had the basin and stuff, and I was like, ooh, I want to get to this stuff. And then, like, I wanted to get to it, and then the game doesn't give me a way to get to it, and then I just fall and die, I guess, from, like, a height that doesn't look like it would kill me. Alright. I mean, I guess. Sloshed Saturday, 6 Sunday, Mungy Monday, Twisted Tuesday, Wasted Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday. God damn, you guys need to fucking get on Chicken's level, because he clearly has his life planned out, doesn't he? That's crazy. I had like one shot of whiskey last night because I was hanging out with my pal John, and he was playing some Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and he was fighting Gyobu, and he finally beat Gyobu, but like I was trying not to backseat him, but he was playing the game very, very like he was trying to play it like a Dark Souls, like I originally was, and he wasn't trying to like use the deflect mechanic to his advantage. So like everything Gyobu did, he kept trying to dodge it, and I'm like, dude, you're getting your ass kicked because you're not playing the game the way they intend you to play it. And he's like, what do you mean? He's like, I've done BL4, like, everything. Like, I've done Soul Level 1, all of Souls. And I'm like, yeah, but, like, Souls doesn't apply to this game. You have to treat this as a completely different entity, like, all on its own, if that makes sense. So, you can't really apply your Souls knowledge to this game. That's not what they intend for you to do. Because the transition between, like, Soulsborne and Bloodborne is way lighter than it is from Soulsborne to Sekiro, if that makes sense. So I was just basically trying to tell him that without spoiling anything for him. Because, like, I didn't want to backseat him and tell him a whole bunch of information he didn't want to know and stuff like that. But I was also trying to, like, tell him that, like, you're not playing the game the way they intend, and that's why this seems, like, really difficult for you. So once he actually started using the deflect mechanic, he got Gyobu in, like, 2 or 3 tries. So he had a pretty good grasp of his moveset from fighting him all the time. Well, pick it up, dickhead! Maybe we have to put it in something. Maybe it's a key. Some dumb shit. Maybe not.
Well, brown prints.
Ha 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 ha! Everybody clap for Nathan Drake because he's super comedian.
Sam, check it out.
Not really. He's kind of an idiot. That's why I'm the streamer and Nathan Drake's the retarded main character, right? Brain damage. I said some really offensive shit at the beginning of this playthrough, I think.
Avery and 2 holding court over their captains.
Looks like they're riding their...
Who had time to etch all this shit into the wall, and who was good enough of an architect and an artist to be able to do it?
It's Avery's ship.
The fancy.
The fancy, yeah.
The Gunsway.
That's how it all started.
What a dumbass name for a boat.
This is the story.
I've heard people give their pet cats better names than that. Yeah, you're not bothered with your future? That's why you live for the now, chickie, and that's why your life is so full of surprises, and that's why you get slapped by the friends of people who are in wheelchairs, handicapped people, right? Do I walk on this, or what?
There we go.
Alright. Yeah, brown prints because they're old and dusted and shit.
No. One way or another, we're getting in there. Let's just lift it together, all right?
Okay.
You sure that's okay for our backs? Like, shouldn't we find something to wedge under the door so we don't get crushed or something? Oh, we do have guns. At least Sam has a gun.
Just think about all that treasure. Yeah, mostly just thinking about my back.
Yeah, there. See? Maybe Nathan Drake is a little bit smart after all. Oh, if this doesn't look like a puzzle, I don't know what does. Holy shit, this looks cool.
Looks like we got ourselves
Okay, well,
another
obviously
trial.
these rings are gonna rotate.
Sure looks like it.
I don't know how yet, but they're gonna rotate, for sure. When is Gamescom? I have no idea what the hell Gamescom even is, if I'm being honest. No clue. That looks like death. I don't know, that just looks like a giant black pit, so fuck that. Can I climb up this? This looks like sorta climbable, like somewhat to a degree. Oh, maybe not. Okay, can I go up and around it? Can I, like, go check out what's in there? No, I can't. Alright. So, I'm assuming this is just puzzle mode, then. What is that? Does this have anything to do with anything, or is... No, those are just designs. Okay, clearly. Right. Let's turn the steering wheel.
Let's see what these do. Okay.
Wait, so what am I doing? Like, where are the clues to what I'm supposed to be doing? Alright, that light is shining an M. Oh, so I must have to get it to shine onto the one with the M on it. Is that what it is? Is there one with an M on it? Wait, what the fuck? So when I spin the wheel, it's transitioning all the rings at once? No, it's not transitioning the rings itself, it's transitioning what's on the rings. Okay. So... that N doesn't match the M at all for pattern, so what am I supposed to be doing? Can I change what ring?
Ah, they turn the symbols.
What turns the what? Okay, so these all move at once. So... what does it mean by rotate? What exactly am I rotating? I don't understand this yet. Okay, that doesn't do anything. I'm trying to figure out what the square represents. Like, what is that rotating exactly? I don't know. I don't know what my goal is here yet. It's only shining halfway onto the end. That doesn't fit there. How do I turn the globes around so I see what the globes are? Is there a way to do that? Because if there's a way to do that, I think I know what I'm supposed to do. But I don't know if there's a way to turn them. Elden Ring isn't 2020 game then? I wouldn't say that. I would not quite say that. Because obviously there's going to be an E3 for next year. And it usually takes place in September. And I'm pretty sure we'll get release date news before then. Wait. Wait, did that become unlocked once I moved this ball onto here? That does unlock it. Okay, so what? Oh, I'm rotating each individual layer, but when I rotate, they all turn. Is that what it is? So I just gotta have this one say M, and then I gotta transition this again. And then I just gotta move this back around. Ah, okay. But that's only for that layer, so what? So now that that's the way it is, how do I turn the rest of the rings? There was a way I turned the upper rings before, and I can't remember what it was. No, that's still turning the bottom ring. Alright, now I'm turning the upper rings, so... I have to figure out what placement to get the orbs in to get that one to unlock, and then I think I spin them all at once. Is that what it is? Or do I just have to get the one on the first layer to be where the M is, and that gets them to unlock? Because that would make sense for the 360-degree camera. Alright, so I gotta move that onto that, I think. No? But that didn't delock the balls. So, what causes the balls to become unlocked? I don't understand. Honestly, I get what they want me to do, but I don't understand what makes the balls unlock. Like, how am I supposed to unlock each layer of ball? Or do I just gotta keep spinning it to a different position to get them to unlock? Because I thought it had something to do with the light, but I could be wrong. Alright, did another ball on a different layer become unlocked when I position that thing there? See, that one's unlocked, so... How the fuck do I delock the balls? That's what I don't understand. That's what's making this difficult. I don't know what delocks the balls. If I knew that, this would be much, much simpler. I'm not understanding. I don't get it. It worked for the first layer of ball, and now it's not working for anything else. I literally don't get it. That makes 0 sense to me. I don't understand. Putting that into position does literally nothing. This puzzle is fucking stupid. This doesn't make any goddamn sense at all. So I pressed square, and now I'm rotating the same ring, so what is the point of pressing square? See, if I put that into position there, that becomes unlocked. But how do I unlock the balls for the different fucking layers? That's what I don't get. What about shining it right there unlocks that ball? I don't understand. Or can I change the position of the light to shine on a different layer and move them around that way? Or something. Or do when I move these, they block holes of light that could potentially be shining through? Is that what it is? Let's have a look-see, shall we? No, no holes there. No holes up there. So the holes of light are coming through the ceiling, yes? So if they're coming through the ceiling, why are the holes of light only shining on one particular place? That doesn't make any sense. Then there'd be no way to unlock the balls on the separate layers. I don't get what they want. I literally am not understanding this. I don't know if it's like super forehead, but this is making no sense to me at all. I don't get this. Moving this thing is a bitch, too, because it doesn't go where you want it to go. There we go, I unlocked that ball, so I have to unlock all the balls, yes? So now if I press square, I should be able to rotate the ball. No, because that delocked it again. So square. Oh, I just gotta keep pressing square to rotate the balls themselves. Or so now the dark side of the ball is showing. So if I rotate this again, then what happens? What happens if I shine an M on this? That delocks that ball. But it doesn't delock the other balls. What if I move it there? Then what happens? Nothing? What? Okay, that ball is delocked. Alright, so because the M ball is locked, this one is the only one that's turning. But it doesn't matter what way I turn it. It doesn't change anything, so I don't get it. What's the point of turning it? I don't understand that. I haven't learned that yet. What's the point of turning the ball? Yeah, I get it. The ball's unlocked, but what the fuck does that... I'm sorry. This is literally making zero sense. I don't understand what they want. No, this one clearly has to be M. I don't want to ask Sam, I want to figure it out myself, but it doesn't make sense the way they construct it. There's nothing that gives me any information that pushes me toward a thinking pattern that allows me to apply it to the rest of the layers. That's what I'm talking about. That doesn't make any sense. This puzzle is legit retarded. I don't understand what they want. Nothing I've done has really changed anything drastically to the point where it's gonna allow me to learn what it wants me to do. See, that unlocks that. So why is the M ball becoming unlocked now and not the obsidian looking ball? What the fuck? Like, now the obsidian ball is coming unlocked. What the fuck? I don't understand. Are the patterns on the... No, the star patterns are the same color, so I don't get it. What do they want? So now the M ball is locked into place, so I can rotate this one again, right? But I was trying to get the dark side of the ball to show, wasn't I? Okay, let's try shining the M on that, on both sides, because that didn't do anything. So if I align this here, that should come unlocked. Alright. So now let's turn it back around to the obsidian sign and then move it back into place. Let's see if that changes anything. No, that just causes the M ball to become unlocked. So... do I just gotta keep moving the layers around until each ball becomes unlocked and then... like what? Or can only certain layers be moved into certain places, because that will help. Yeah, it seems like certain layers slide into places. I don't mind puzzles that move multiple objects at once, that's not my problem. I'm pretty good at doing stuff like that, but... I'm trying to figure out what is the condition for each ball on each layer to become unlocked and manipulatable, is what I'm trying to learn. And the way this is set up just doesn't allow you to learn that information, because it doesn't make any sense. Because you can't apply any either layer to any other layer, it doesn't make any sense. Like this ball I'm looking at, this little silver one, I'm trying to move it into position where I can unlock it, but no matter where I move it, it's not unlocking. Like, I've moved it around this whole time, and it hasn't unlocked. I just moved it all the way around, and at no time did it become unlocked, so I don't understand what it wants. That's why I'm getting frustrated with this. It literally genuinely makes no sense. Like, I don't see any relation to pattern or, like, manipulating the movement of the positions of the balls. None of it is connecting at all. Like, this doesn't make any fucking sense to me. If I could understand what the fuck I'm supposed to do, it'd be different, but... I'm not gonna lie, this is honestly starting to fucking get on my nerves. It's starting to piss me off. Because I feel like it cannot be this difficult. Or is that one supposed to be facing so neither side is... Maybe that's it. No, I didn't want to rotate it again, Nathan, you fucking idiot. So am I supposed to put it like that, and then move it back into place, and that allows the ball on that layer to become unlocked when I move it back into position with the M, with the light? Or what? What just unlocked? Something unlocked, but I don't know what. Alright, the M ball is unlocking now. But I never had this ball to the left of the M ball in position before, so why is this M ball unlocking now?
There we go.
What?
What is that? Oh, look. Statues. Pirate captains.
There's Bonnie Baldridge.
Huh?
Can't remember that guy's name.
So I had to set the M into position to get the light to reflect off the ball to trigger what?
He was a muggle.
How did moving this into place trigger more light to filter through the holes in the ceiling? That makes no sense. Explain to me how that makes sense.
So grateful Avery brought him along?
I literally don't understand how that, like, how does me manipulating the positions of these cause more light to shine through? That makes no sense. Or did I just have to get this M into position with this thing being in a certain position to trigger the statues to rise? Because that also doesn't make any sense. I know I did it, but, like, the puzzle's not done. I'm trying to understand how the position of this ball being sideways made these events occur. That's what I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to understand the correlation to the positioning of the ball triggering these events. That literally makes zero sense to me. Okay, so what do the statues have to do with the balls? Or are they initials for each person? Or do the statues just have nothing to do with it? Because that's even more stupid if that's the case. The only point of raising the statues would be if there's a correlation between the statues and the balls. Oh, well, now there's more light. Maybe, okay. Maybe the balls will unlock now when I shine the light on them? Or I put them into different positions? Am I changing the statue positions now? No, the statues don't seem to be turning, so what am I turning? I'm not turning anything now, like the positions of the balls. Okay, I'm moving these around. Okay. What did that do? What did that unlock? Oh, maybe it's the arrow points to what ball unlocks? Maybe that's what it is? Okay, that ball unlocked. So now I can change this ball around.
Spinning both symbols at once.
What symbols? Okay, well if that's the case, I just move these one at a time. So I just transition this and then move it so it locks again. And then basically I just gotta move this back into place, like this. I gotta figure out how to get the singular line ball to unlock. And then I just gotta move them back into position. That's pretty simple. That's why I don't mind objects that, like move at the same time when you trigger them. See? Now that that's unlocked, I can do this. And now I just gotta figure out what way that lines up. So that's... I just gotta keep spinning this, right? So once I spin this to this degree, right here, now when I spin it back, it'll line up. See, watch. That's why I don't mind stuff like this. If you just apply that same knowledge to everything, it makes perfect sense. Easy peasy.
Here we go again. We got C.
And now I'm assuming we just have to do that for the third layer. What's up, Josh? How are you doing? This puzzle was pissing me off, but I kind of understand it now. A little bit. I still don't understand how the obsidian ball being transitioned into place makes any fucking sense, but whatever.
Look, symbols on the ring are constantly rotating.
Okay, so if it's constantly rotating, I just have to account for how much it's going to transition, right?
So far from the Barbary coast. It was us.
Yep, so now I have to unlock it, and then I have to spin at a certain degree. I just gotta figure out to what degree I have to spin it and how much it moves back into place, if that makes sense. Or did I nail it like a champ? Ah, not quite. I didn't quite nail it. I almost nailed it. Okay, I had it off kilter one little degree. So let me just change it back either direction one little degree, and we should be fine, seeing as how it rotates 360 degrees, right? That should do it. So now when we roll this back into place, it should match up perfectly. I fucked it up because I moved it the wrong way. That's fine. This is still pretty simplistic. I just got to figure out to what degree I have to move it. So does it have to be at that angle to be able to match up, or is that going to be upside down? That's upside down. Okay. That's fine. Alright. Now that I know that, I know how to manipulate it. So now we just gotta move this back into position, and we just have to basically 180 it so it's completely, like, the opposite direction. Like that. So now that it's like that, we should be able to move it back into place, and this should fit perfectly fine. I believe.
Okay. Gotta track how far off they are when they're in the light.
Oh! Can't. Alright, that's fine. So we have to do the same for that one, too. So now the question becomes, do they both unlock, or do they delock one at a time? Where's the other one? Where's the other one? Alright, there's the other one. There's the other one. Okay, so they only delock one at a time. Alright, that's even easier. So now I just gotta figure out how much this one is off-kilter. Alright, so if I'm applying the knowledge from this one, we had to put it so it was 180 degrees from the position it was in to get into that position. So now we have to relay the distance in between these things to that thing. And that seems to be 2 more notches than it was. So I'm assuming that this one is going to be a little bit like more off-kilter than that. So maybe 1 more degree of turning. And then when we move it back into place, that should be fine. We're a little bit off. A little bit off. Alright, okay. I had the right idea, though. I just moved it in the wrong direction.
I think you got it.
Oh, well, if Sam gives me a visual, like, or an audible, like, okay, key element, you got it, bam. That makes it even easier than that.
And the last
Okay, that was a pretty fun puzzle, actually. Not too hard. I'm pretty good at stuff when I know what I'm doing, like manipulating the positions of things, like...
That's where we're going.
Winter, you say you hate puzzles where you have to manipulate multiple objects at once? That's cool, because you just have to account for the difference in position, or the difference in... Like, okay, Uncharted has a lot of puzzles where you're trying to match something up to something, so as long as you know how you're supposed to be matching it up, it's fine. It gives you all the information you need. So even if multiple pieces manipulate at the same time, you just account for the degree at which they have to turn to match up, if that makes any sense. I don't know if that's too complicated, and I'm sorry if it is, because I don't know how to explain it any easier than that. But yeah, you just basically account for the degree in rotation and match up the pieces to fit. So as long as you match up the pieces, it doesn't matter if the other rings turn. It literally doesn't matter. It's inconsequential whether the other rings turn, as long as you manipulate them into a position where you can get them back into place to match up with each other again. If that makes sense.
There's your missing Avery statue.
You know, I'm starting to get the feeling that...
So what was pissing me off about that puzzle is just the beginning of it. I didn't understand what the placement had to do with any progression. And that's why it wasn't teaching me anything, because I didn't have the statues. I didn't have the other beams of light. So because I didn't have the other beams of light, I really didn't know how to manipulate anything. But once I learned how to manipulate everything, it's like, okay, it's fine. Like, now I can solve it. Now it's okay.
And be honest with me, how does this...
So let me get to the statue on the other island, and then I think after I get to the statue, that's going to be the end of stream, I think. And then there's somebody I want you guys to meet. I want to host you guys off to somebody who's really, really, really cool. Really special, really supportive guy. He's really nice. Because I've had quite a bit of fun with Uncharted today. The puzzles have been really, really cool. I've liked the puzzles a lot so far.
Didn't snap.
Just that segment of having to jump from car to car kind of pissed me off. I didn't like that segment at all. It was really awful. Yeah, so after we get back in the boat and we go check out the Avery statue, I think that's going to be it for Uncharted for today. I'm going to assume that I cannot make that jump, so I'm going to try doing this. Oof. Really? That was like the same degree of distance I fell plus momentum. So I don't understand how falling off that cliff before killed me, but that jump didn't. That literally makes 0 sense. Sam? Oh, there he is. Alright. Now I just gotta figure out where this statue is in relation to me, because my memory is very awful and I don't remember.
Island with monstrous Avery statue is to the right.
Thanks, Sam. I knew I brought you along for a reason.
I'm so excited, my hands are literally shaking.
Yeah, solving that puzzle was quite fun. I like that puzzle. That puzzle was really neat.
I need another cigarette.
It did piss me off in the beginning, though. Like, I'm free to admit I was actually getting a little bit frustrated just because I wasn't getting anything answered no matter how I manipulated the positions of the balls or, like, the light or anything like that. And even in the end, that first ball part still doesn't make sense to me, but now I know when I play this again, I know what the puzzle expects of you, and I know what to do to trigger whatever. But that was sort of fucking annoying. I'm not gonna lie, that was somewhat frustrating. Alright, so what about this Avery statue is special?
Maybe he wants us to look through it.
Oh, okay. Alright, well that pretty much details what I'm supposed to do, doesn't it? So we gotta climb the statue's shoulder and then look through the eyeglass.
Hey, come on. Sam.
Oh, I need to... Oh, okay. I need to boost Sam up there. Alright, fair enough.
I insist. Come on.
Right, brilliant. Oh, Sam's gonna boost me up there. What a trooper. Awesome. I did kinda do all the work, really. I mean...
What are we looking at?
To be fair, I did do all the work.
There.
Oh, and this is the bit from the intro, huh? When you're riding in the boat and all the waters are choppy and shit. How far can you go into the ocean? Probably not that far. There's probably like a wall that keeps you from going too far out.
That's gotta be it.
I haven't tried.
That's optimistic.
If there's anything I've learned from Uncharted, it's not, like, don't be optimistic and trying to kill yourself. It doesn't work out well.
You're allowed to feel just a little bit of excitement over this.
Isn't Sam cold? Aren't they both cold? It's gotta be freezing where they're at with all the breezes.
Okay.
And all the tropics and stuff.
What?
I said okay.
No. Your okays are never just okay. It usually means the opposite of okay.
Guys with guns. Yep, guys with guns. Of course there's nasty people. Why wouldn't there be?
Is that our boy Rafe?
Who the hell else?
Insane. Yeah, but we've done all the work. Because we're absolute god gamer mode. Oh, come on, cutscene. Fucking hell. Oh, do we have to do this whole segment right now? Yeah, I think we have to do all this right now, unfortunately. Oh, is this the events that took place after the intro? Alright. Oh, is this where we get washed up on the beach? After the intro bit? I'm assuming we get washed up on a beach, because that's the only thing that could potentially happen to ensure our survival at this point. Yeah, I was gonna say we had to have get washed up ashore at some point. You think Rafe would just shoot us while we're in the water, right? But no. You think any of the guys working for Rafe would shoot us while we're in the water and we're completely unarmed and defenseless, but no, they're not smart enough to do that. Because this game has to have a narrative, right? Alright, chapter 13, Marooned. Yeah, Nathan's gotta be catching hypothermia at this point.
Get off this beach.
Not looking too good for our boy Nathan. So I'm gonna save it off here. If the game would allow. Applesauce, alright. Brilliant. Alright, poggers. We got some progress. We got past the part where I got stuck. We did some cool puzzles. We ended up dying once because we jumped stupidly and killed ourselves. But that's totally fine. Who is on? Alright, I'm gonna host you guys off to my friend John. He's playing some Borderlands 3, so go say hello, make yourselves known. I appreciate you guys chilling out. And I'll catch you guys later. Thank you for coming.